Eskil, thank you for being my guest for Tranergy TV.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm so happy to be invited here. You know, I mean, we heard so much about Techno Club as we grew up in the 80s, making the music we do, like that sprang out from this kind of like dark wave electronic. And now that I got the opportunity to DJ here tonight, checking around the other guys here, we're probably the only artists here. Everyone are DJs. That's not my profession, and I think people could tell that like whatever we were doing tonight was more of a unsynchronized accidents born out of passion, because it's for me it was kind of coming back to the roots, playing here. Remembering when we started our band Covenant from Sweden in the 80s, eventually releasing records in the 90s, and our next tour will be here in Frankfurt at Neue Batschkap in November. So I know Germany well, and I had a great time.
Now, Eskil, tell us, what connection do you have to Talla? Since when do you know him? Where's the connection there?
Oh, I like to think that's more like accidental. I know his stuff since a long time. I first saw him DJ at the Roskilde Festival in Denmark in '94, because at that time I wasn't living in Germany. I lived in Berlin later. Well, eventually I was a guest here last year. Someone saw me, and I was invited to come here this year and play records.
Very good. I was, for a short time, in the room where you were playing. How did you like playing here tonight? I mean, in that kind of, chilled area where you were playing today.
Well, the White Room is more of a lounge, but
yeah.
I like that too. I mean, it reminds me a bit maybe of like the crew of a Milk Bar in Clockwork Orange. But I just came from a DJ tour in America, and Germany is tough, to be honest. Like in America, they love everything, you know. They were just dancing everything all the time for whatever you play, you know, because there is just a different vibe here. But in Germany, I have to say, the good thing is that people expect new stuff, but they want to know it. So it's much like, I would say, DJing in Germany, like I do a lot, is every club has its culture, much depending on the resident local DJ. So they want to hear new stuff, but they want to recognize it. So it's a lot up to the local DJ to kind of educate, introduce new music to the people, and of course there are bigger clubs and where like this one, where you get a lot of new influences for the music hungry people, and that's beautiful. So I think Germany is one of the really the consumers of really new music. As well tonight, as celebrating a long history, I played a historic set tonight with the early techno club stuff, 80s into 90s, and that was a lot of fun. That's what I normally don't DJ.
Right.
So I learned a lot, and it's really fun.
So talk a little about your sound and what you stand for in music, what you've produced.
Yeah, with Covenant, I mean, we started in the 80s, so when I grew up, to be honest, I love Duran Duran.
Oh, really? My favorite group too, as a kid.
You can see in my
I think Nick Rhodes was the guy you liked.
Of course, he was the coolest guy, and he played the synthesizer, of course. But then I discovered other bands like Eiser's Neubaut and then Front Over 2.
Yeah.
Things changed, but the second revolution for me and the guys in our band was the techno revolution in the 90s. And for me, that was the first time where, wow, electronic music that you could dance to. Kraftwerk was all cool, but you couldn't really dance to it. It was just too not funky enough, you know. And when the techno came, it was just like I went crazy. I love that. So I still have like my roots in Nights Reb and the Electronics Human League, but mixed with the techno stuff from the 90s. And I think if you listen to new stuff from our band Covenant, just working on our 9th album to be released later this year, I think you'll find that mix from the 80s electronics and the 90s techno with vocals. I'm saying so. I do this.
So you were on tour in the United States recently?
Yes, a DJ tour only. But I toured with a band many times there.
So was that a different sound that you played tonight, and how did the American people welcome you there? I mean, how were the American fans there?
Oh, I mean, it was small clubs, but it was really fun. When we play with the band, it's a different setting. But we meet there. I think we did 7 tours in America, so it's they know us well there. But I mean, it's a specific setting. You know, with dedicated promoters, there's a lot of love, there's a lot of passion, and they promote the music, and the people know what's going on because we're not really a mainstream band.
Did you play Boston?
We played Boston many times.
Okay. Well, do you remember where you played there? I'm from Boston. What club?
No, I don't.
If you said it was a special location.
Last time I didn't play Boston because it was only the West Coast.
Oh, okay.
I would say Boston is. We only played every second tour. That's when we play Boston.
Okay.
Is that when MIT is closest?
Yeah, that's in Cambridge.
Yeah, which is close too. Because I remember once when we played, and you had the college students from MIT doing the rowboat practice.
It's on the Charles River.
Yeah. Okay. But the only show from Boston I really remember well is the first time, because that was kind of like artist loft, and it was like a cocktail party at an artist loft. And well, there wasn't really a stage. We plugged into it like the hi-fi system, and there was only one light on stage, and we switched it on and off between the songs to make a little difference. But hey, we felt very much welcome there.
Eskil, let's talk a little about the music scene today. I mean, how do you see the music scene, or what scene do you follow, and what sounds, I mean, do you like today?
I think music has never been greater than today. I listen to a lot of digital stream music. I was checking my Spotify year list, and because I work at home doing all the business stuff, then once in a while I'm in the studio. But my Spotify list, I listened to 9,000 minutes of music this year. Okay. 8,000 tracks, 1,000 artists. That's an average. I mean, no, because I go through a lot of new music. So on average, I listen to 3 new albums every day. That's 1,000 new albums every year.
Is it
and there's a lot of cool stuff. No, I love it. I mean, but I kind of listen even normally in the morning I listen to other stuff, dark ambient or classic, and in the afternoon I listen to 3 new albums on average. And but there's so much great music, you know.
What inspires you outside of music to make music?
There's my girlfriend, you know. I mean, food, wine, women. You know, there's so much out there, and just great, happy to be part of it.
What plans do you have for 2016?
No, I have to make the album first with my friends back in town, and to make that happen, and then I hope we come back here to Frankfurt in November and have the tour happening.
Okay, Eskil, to close out the interview, maybe you have some parting words for Talla 2XLC?
Thank you very much for the invitation. It's been great fun to be part of this tonight, and best wishes.
Thank you very much, Eskil, for your time, and all the best for the future.
Thank you. Cheers.